Good day to you, my esteemed viewers. My name is Norma Obona, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In our last video, I talked about the statutory meetings of companies, and in that video, I told you that the statutory meeting is the first meeting that is required to be held by a public company. And I told you that that meeting must be held within the first 6 months from the date of the incorporation of the company. Now, I am going to be talking about the annual general meetings of companies. The annual general meeting of companies is provided for in section 237 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020. That act provides that every company is supposed to hold an annual general meeting. However, certain companies have been exempted. They're not mandated to hold these meetings. And these companies are a company that has just a single shareholder, or a company that is a small company. A small company is a company that has a turnover of less than 120 million naira, or a net asset value of 60 million naira. Now, the next thing would be, who are the persons that are supposed to be in attendance at such meetings? The annual general meeting is supposed to be attended by every shareholder of the company. The annual general meeting is supposed to be attended by the directors, the board chairman, the chairpersons of the various committees of the board. The annual general meeting is supposed to be attended by the auditors of the company. The annual general meeting is supposed to be attended by a representative of the Corporate Affairs Commission, and for a public company, the annual general meeting is supposed to be attended by a representative of the Securities and Exchange Commission. So that means that the company, through the company secretary or any of the relevant officers, should transmit an invitation to these bodies, that is the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Corporate and Allied Matters Corporate Affairs Commission, to attend this meeting. That is in the case of a public company. Now, what is the implication? Even before we get to the implication, a question could be as to what is the duration, or what is the timeline within which this meeting should be held. The Act mandate, that's the KAMA, mandates that between two of these meetings, that the meeting must be held within 15 months between each of the meetings. First of all, the first annual general meeting is not supposed to take more than 18 months from the date of incorporation before it is held. So the first annual general meeting is supposed to be held within the first 18 months from the date of incorporation. Now, after the first annual general meeting, the subsequent ones should be held within 15 months. So from year 2 to year 3, the duration between the first annual general meeting and the second annual general meeting should not exceed 15 months. And duration between the second to the third and so on should not exceed 15 months. I hope that is clear enough. Then, just like every other thing that is mandated or required by the law, a failure to have this meeting convened and held has significant implications. Now, in a situation where the board fails or refuses to convene this meeting, the Corporate Affairs Commission is at liberty to call or have this meeting convened by itself. Also, a single shareholder or a number of shareholders of the company can apply to the Corporate Affairs Commission to have this meeting convened. Now, in the instance where this meeting is convened by the Corporate Affairs Commission, whether on its own or by the application of the shareholders of the company, just the Corporate Affairs Commission can direct or approve that just one single shareholder can take a decision that binds the company in such a meeting. Let me come back to that again. Just a single shareholder can take a decision that binds the entire company in such a meeting that has been mandated or that has been convened at the instance of the commission. That is huge. That is significant. So this one person, it doesn't matter that such a person probably doesn't hold up to 1% of the shares of the company. It doesn't matter that the company probably has up to 3,000 shareholders, just like in the case of certain public companies. It doesn't matter that the company has up to 10,000 shareholders. Just one person can come and take a decision at such a meeting, and that will be deemed to be the decision of the company. It is bound, the company is bound by it, and would have to, any resolutions passed there will have to be executed by the company. I don't think that any company wants to find itself in that position. So that is why it's important that at all times, the board of directors, the company secretary, the officers of the company should ensure that the appropriate and the right things are done at the right times. Also, in a situation where it's found that the company did not hold its annual general meeting, the company and the officers, that's the directors and the company secretary, would be held to be liable to an offense, to have committed an offense. And the penalty, the monetary penalty in such instance, would be as stipulated by the Corporate Affairs Commission in the company's regulations. That having been said, in the meeting, in the annual general meeting itself, the businesses to be conducted in that meeting are divided into types: the ordinary businesses and the special businesses. Now, I'll first of all throw light on what the special businesses are. The special businesses, there are about 6 businesses that are considered as special businesses of the company in an annual general meeting. The first one is declaration of dividend. That is a special business. That is a general business, or an ordinary business rather. Then the appointment and remuneration of auditors for the company, the presentation of the company's financial statements and the reports of the directors and auditors, the fixing of the remuneration of the managers of a company, and the appointment of new directors to replace retiring directors, and appointment of directors to the audit committee of the company. These businesses that I've listed now are considered ordinary businesses at a company's annual general meeting. Now, any other deliberations or the businesses that are transacted in such a meeting that falls outside of this six businesses are referred to as special businesses. Now, the importance or the implications of this distinction, would see it much later in subsequent videos, because depending on whether it's an ordinary business or a special business, the way that the resolutions are passed, the notice that should be given, and all of that is different. So we'll just keep that in view and address them in a subsequent video. So at this point, I'll bring an end this discussion on annual general meetings, and I will thank you so much for sticking with us so far. For our returning subscribers, thank you very much for subscribing and believing in what we're doing in this channel. And for our new viewers, thank you very much for coming around. Please endeavor to click the subscription button. Please comment, like, engage, share our videos with your loved ones and every other person you know that the content that we're putting out is relevant to. Do have yourselves a wonderful day, and I would see you in my subsequent videos. Bye.